Hi, Saints fans. Erin Summers here, along with the 40th overall pick in the NFL draft, quarterback Tyler Shough out of Louisville. Tyler, you are sitting there waiting with your family for the moment that you get the phone call. What was it like?
It was unbelievable. I think for me, just being able to work with the Saints, throughout this whole draft process, it was definitely my top spot, and being able to work with those coaches, and we were just praying for the opportunity. And once kind of the cards started falling that way, it was an unbelievable feeling, and I'm just so fired up for this opportunity to get there and work with them.
You mentioned that you hoped that it worked out this way. Why?
I think this is, the only team in the NFL where you have the OC, the quarterback coach, and the head coach that played the position at the highest of levels. And they've seen it, they've seen all types of greatness. They've called it, and they know what it looks like from an in the building perspective. And I think they're some of the best I've ever been around in this short amount of time. And everywhere they've been, they've had great quarterbacks and great, offensive play. So just can't wait to get there and continue to learn from them.
It's been a long journey for you. People have brought up your age and the injuries, but the fact that you're here now and you've gotten drafted, what does that mean to you?
I mean, it's everything to me. I think that the greatest part about this whole journey that you mentioned is just the perspective that I've gained.
Mhm.
And it's not about, the things that, happen to you. You have to react to them, and it happens for you. And I think a lot of the things, it hasn't affected me physically, and if anything, it's strengthened me mentally from that side of the football, and on and off the field, and the relationships I built throughout this whole process, and playing through COVID, and getting injured, coming back, playing really well, getting injured again, having that question, do you really want to continue to do this? And it was a resounding yes. And I just loved the process, and loved it so much that I just needed an opportunity, and excited for a new one here.
Yeah, how is all of that experience, that journey, going to help you really hit the ground running when you get here?
Yeah, I think, playing in five different offenses with different styles, different languages, knowing what it looks like from a championship perspective, being on multiple conference championship teams, um, seeing it at every different level, being a backup. I've gotten hurt, being a starter, being an MVP, and I've been through it, unfazed, and it was difficult, but coming out of it on the other end with just your head held high. And I think it's a lot of that stuff happens in the NFL, and you have to be able to react and continue forward. And I just feel so ready for the moment.
Yeah, after this last season, you play a full season, 23 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions, almost 4,000 yards. What were you able to prove, maybe to yourself and anybody else that had doubts?
I think for me, like my biggest thing was I just wanted the opportunity, and if I could play a full season, and I knew I was gonna to hopefully increase my draft stock, and show what I can do. And luckily, a lot of the teams, and coaches, and Coach Brom specifically believed in me, and I was just so grateful for it. And I wanted to prove them right and prove myself right of what I can do, and just keeping at it. And you can't compare yourself to others, at your age, situation. Everybody's circumstance is different. And you have to run your own race.
Okay, we got to go back to your draft party and the moment that we saw on TV with your dog Murphy because she was so excited. Is that how she usually is, or is just this an awesome moment for her too?
It was an awesome moment for her too. She was actually being really good. She was super chill the whole time, but once she heard it was the Saints, she was jumping up and down. And then we got the bandana on her like immediately. I didn't even realize it, and then seeing it on the TV, I was like, that's awesome. So was just shout out to my wife for having all the bandanas ready, and getting it on her.
Yeah, I love that she had all the bandanas because I know you had all of the hats. And for you guys to work it out like that, that's awesome. We got to bring Murphy around. If she's a Saints fan, then we're going to love her here too. What is your message to Saints Nation?
For me, I'm gonna come in and give it everything I have. I'm a veteran guy from the college perspective, but I'm still a rookie whenever it comes to the NFL, and I have so much to learn and continue to grow. And I'm gonna go in there and compete my butt off, and give it everything I have, just because I've seen it all, and from that perspective in college, on and off the field. But I know this is another big step, and I'm ready for it.
Well, we're ready for you to get here. Can't wait to see you. Congratulations on getting drafted and welcome to the Saints.
Thank you, guys.